This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF SPY one-day reading for April 7th, 2025. It's currently March 28th, 2025, 3:48 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $555.80. That's USD. And the the image file for the April 7th reading was created yesterday at 12:20 a.m. That was March 27th. So what we'll cover in this video is the overall trend direction and chart behavior by the hour for SPY throughout the April 7th. We're going to give you timing and chart behavior about the highest high for the day and the lowest low for the day, and then we'll give you any trades that we see. Now, it's important to understand that the sequence of chart events is the main purpose of the prediction. The timing to the hour is usually on point, but there will be cases where you need to give it plus or minus 1 to 2 hours of wiggle room. And in cases like that, it's a sequence of chart events as outlined by the prediction that you want to pay closest attention to. This is why I do not recommend trading this information without access to our Discord trade alerts as part of the early access subscription. Not to mention, you would have been able to watch this video on March 28th. If you had early access. I'm going to show you how to get those game-changing services at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Now, before we get into it, the whole purpose of the channel, transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. You go to the resources tab of our website. 5% of the profits from this information should be donated forward to one of these charities. 5% of the profits should be donated back to the channel through one of these links. You're effectively paying it forward, transmuting competitive energy into goodwill, and ensuring the flow of abundance through the universe continues. You're expressing gratitude by giving a little bit back to the channel. Gratitude begets gratitude. What you are attracts more of same. Spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you're an angel investor of the channel. Universe is going to send it back to you tenfold for following through and being somebody of the utmost integrity. Much love and appreciation. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get into it. So the overall theme of behavior for the day, there's a resistance level on a multi-day scale that's highlighted here. We decline from it and return to it at least once, most likely here in the same day, but if not, then very likely in the following day. There's a rally into the highest high, offering opportunity to close longs and open up, probably to close longs, and behavior around the lowest low. An important range on a multi-day scale is highlighted at the low. It'll be the revisiting of an important support level on a multi-day scale that we recently met as an opportunity, and it'll be within a period of sideways rotation and a sharp drop that stands out in that sideways rotation. And a nullified trade card doesn't make for the best guidance, something to do with sideways rotation. In the pre-market, we have a rally along a diagonal trend line, breaking through horizontal resistance, meeting another resistance, and then pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. Excuse me, guys. Oof. At the open, we should see a low, so there's likely, when we meet that resistance in the pre-market, we likely decline into a low around the open, and then that offers, that's a risky one. It's a decline into the open. There's a peak that we sell off from through multiple supports, a sharp decline on a one-day chart scale from a peak in the first half hour. And likely the day's low somewhere there in the first half hour. We have a peak around 11 o'clock. It's a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple support levels. It's likely to be at that same resistance again. And then out of that decline through multiple supports off of the brief peak, we have a big move, a breakout to the upside, taking us into a high thus far for the day, around noon time, somewhere between noon and 1 o'clock, closer to noon. And it's a mixed behavior, so it looks like that breakout probably doesn't hold. We do erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level between that high around 1 and another high probably just after 2 o'clock, where we're revisiting a crest in the midst of that erratic behavior. There's a lot of price change between roughly 2 and 3, and an important support level on a multi-day scale highlighted involved with that price change, which is into and or out of it. Yeah, it looks like there's a high there that we sell off from into a trough. Possibly a lowest low, possibly just a prominent trough here just after 3 o'clock. But that rally turns over a big move to the downside. And then right around the close, we have another big move to the upside, probably taking us back to that resistance again. And an overbought crest that we sell off from at the close through multiple support levels. This is a pretty tricky day, guys. So likely you want to close out of, if you did open up Well, if you close shorts there, you're good. If you didn't close shorts at the close, you could close the shorts here around the open here on the 7th. It's really, really tricky right here, guys. So I would be very, very careful. That's why I'm not suggesting to get into a long, even though that's probably what you should do is at low at the open. Open up a partial. Open up a partial low long if we're at a lowest low thus far around the open. Add to it if we go lower in the first hour and a half. And you're looking to close that long when we have this false breakout here. Or if you want to risk it, you can wait at possibly higher price levels just after 2 o'clock. But it gets a little risky there because there is a sharp drop towards the end of the day or whipsaw action. So be very, very careful of that. I definitely, when I close the long position, I'd want to open up a short as well as advised by the... No, actually, I want to close a long. I'm not so necessarily open up a short there. Anyhow, that's SPY for April 7, 2025. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. Let me show you how to get those game-changing services for those of you who are serious about trading SO meta analysis. You go to our website, Tarot for Traders, hover over Order Now, click on Subscriptions. Early access gets you the earliest access to any of our public posts that you can get. They come out on our Discord, Discord channel for early access video links well before they come out on YouTube. You get access to the live stream's questions where we answer all these questions on the next available live stream. You get the day trade alerts and swing trade alerts for SPY as well as the live trading view chart link with all of the, where you see, look at all these drawings, guys. Greens and reds were accurate entries and exits. Grays are where we failed. So for the most part, we're on point. You'll see there are a few grays in there, but we're pretty accurate, guys. All of that stuff for only $100. You make that back in one trade, and that price is going up after the 7th of April. So don't hesitate to pull the trigger on that while you still can, my friends. With that said, blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.